This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I am delighted to be joined by Josh Warrington here in Leeds. Josh, you're looking very well.
Thank you very much. We brush up all right, don't we?
You do for a boxer, mate. Obviously, it's, as Eddie said in the press conference, it's been kind of a roller coaster of a career for yourself, and you've gone full circle now, getting ready with this Kiko Martinez rematch on March 26th. Josh, when you just reflect over the last 2 years, in particular through the pandemic, to end up with this rematch with Kiko Martinez, would you ever imagined you'd be in this position?
No, it's I keep on saying it's funny how the sport goes, and this is reasons why. I mean, it's almost laughable. I mean, even vacating the belt, you take a gamble. You take a gamble to vacating the belt. You know, you've lost that kind of fishing of power. But I was meant to walk into the fight with Kanju, WBA ring magazine belt, so that kind of were my safety net. Win that one, then that's what you've got. But I got trained by Lara, and that just threw a massive spanner into the works. So I kind of lost that. In the meantime, Kiko Martinez, he boxed on the undercard against Bout, gives himself a hell of a fight, and then pulls out an unbelievable knockout reel punch to become IBF champ. And the first fight he wants is myself. So I have no respect for him. Credit to him for wanting to do that, and it's a massive opportunity for me to get back on top.
5 years ago was the time when you first met him at ring, Josh. When you look at Kiko now, especially on the back of his last couple of performances, you mentioned that highlight reel KO versus Kid Galahad. How much of a better fight do you expect this one to be? How much more of a competitive fight than the first one?
It's funny because at the time I was more focused on winning than putting in a performance, or I knew what I had to do to win the fights. Maybe that's what I mean by that when I can retire, but I knew what I had to do to win the fights, and I got to a stage where I'm winning this fight. I had a few injuries in that fight, but it was just about getting through the fight, getting the win, because I was chasing Selby. It gave me a tough old fight. And I knew that if I could beat him, something like Kiko Martinez, I'd grind it out, then I'd go on and win a world title. Since that, I enjoy the occasions now. I don't feel like there's that pressure of, if you don't win this one, you're never going to get that world title shot. I've been a world champion now. I enjoy everything about what goes on with this. I enjoy the fights. So I don't have that same pressure. I still have the adrenaline and everything to get pumped up. At the same time, I've shared 12 rounds with Lee Selby, I've shared 12 rounds with Kid Galahad, I've shared 12 rounds with Carl Frampton. More experience in that sense, and I've matured as well. Punch power and everything else. So I anticipate it's going to be an exciting fight as always. He comes forward, I comes forward. I think between us we're nearly through 1,000 punches each in the first fight. But let's close the show early, man. If a knockout's there, I'm going for it. You don't want him still chomping you down at 9, 10, 11. It's hard work. It takes smiles off the clock. So if I can close the show early, I will do.
I think I just want to pick up on from a press conference. Firstly, you mentioned the Mauricio Lara kind of the saga, as it were. Lost him once when you had the head clash for the second fight, but you said you want to end your career with a victory against every person you've stepped in the ring with. At some point, then, I take it you expect you will have a trilogy clash with Mauricio Lara.
Yeah, most definitely. Listen, if it's win a world title, going to get unified, and I'd fight him from I don't know. I'd fight for now. And I'm sounding like a bit of a bellend saying this and just kind of cocksure on myself, but I feel that he will get beat sometime soon, and he will get exposed. And I feel like in that first fight, he's shown a lot of power. But I feel like in the second fight, fucking hell, there was levels to it. And people say, oh yeah, but he knocked you out. I understand what you're saying. He did knock me out. He handed me ass to me. But me being switched on in that second fight, and I know it only went 2 rounds, but I knew, our game plan over time was to get him out in the mid rounds, and that would have definitely come off. It would definitely come off, and I just love to pull that W alongside him. I don't think he's a There's a Dennis Silan, there's a Kiko Martinez, there's a Nan Hagasa, there's a Lee Selby, there's a Carl Frampton. I don't think he's any of them guys, so he caught me on a bad night. And for my own mental, it'd be nice to see a W against him on like I say, beat every man that I've stepped in the ring with.
Eddie said to me a couple of weeks ago that the logical step would be, if you're successful against Kiko Martinez, make the Wood Conlon winner versus yourself. Just get your thoughts on that fight firstly.
I think it's a brilliant fight, exciting. It's good that they've both won it as well. The build-up's been pretty exciting thus far. I'm probably going to pick Wood, but I might change my mind. I'd probably ask me close to the time, but at this moment in time, I pick Wood just because I think that Conlon, although he's very much skilled and great movement, great hand speed, I feel that in the fights he tends to get drawn into a scrap. And I think if you're going to pick the two men out of a scrap, then you're going to pick Lee Wood.
Final one, Josh. Is that the one for you that makes most sense beyond Kiko Martinez, the winner of Wood Conlon?
It makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense, obviously, domestically. It's going to be one of them where, if it did come off anywhere, would it be Belfast, whether it be Nottingham, whether it be Leeds, whether it be New York, it'd sell. And it'd be a fight that certainly capture imaginations over here. We'll have to see where they are at, after the match 26 out way. And if that one's there, then yeah. If not, like I said, there's another exit. There's a fellow who just beat Gary Russell Jr.
What did you make of Maxwell versus Russell Jr.?
I thought he did very well. I think it looks like Gary Russell's inactivity showing a little bit, but I think something that I'd have probably looked to do if I had the opportunity was try to take that game plan away. A lot of people are scared of his speed, and rightly so. He's got very quick hands, but I think if you take that away, trying to dictate the pace, he doesn't like that, and I think that's what Maxwell did.
Well, Josh, leave it there next. No cues for him. You've got other people to speak to. Good to catch up with you. Thank you.
As always. Cheers, mate.